Welcome back to dagryffyn Hobby. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit more about my layout and the progress I've made recently. I had shifted my focus back to repairing engines and cars, but then the bug bit me again to work on the layout. I've really wanted to progress with the layout and get a little closer towards having another loop functional. The fourth loop will be utilizing some 027 to take advantage of some of the tighter spots. I don't plan on being able to see any of the 027. I want that to all be hidden from view, either in a tunnel or behind a mountain. But using some of it will enable me to fit more into a tighter space. And on that loop, I'm not going to run any of the bigger equipment anyway. I have plenty of older trains that will run on 027 just fine. I'm going to show you some of the projects I've been working on, some which probably have made an appearance in previous videos or on my Instagram account. At least one of the projects is, well, two actually, are new from this weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look at all that. So we'll start on the left side of the layout. This is a mountain that I've done recently. I believe I've shown quite a bit of it so far. It is not the finished shape. I'm going to still be working on the shape of the upper portion and also trying to decide which parts will be covered with trees and which will be exposed rock, and also whether or not it will continue upwards to the wall. And if we follow the contour from there, we come to this little valley opening. Currently, I have this truss bridge in here. It's a Marks model. I think it was a Rock Island. I've been toying with the ideas of scratch building some bridges, but for the time being, this is what will reside here. I'd like to make the opening a little wider. A longer bridge would be nice, but I can always do that at a later time. Again, one of the benefits of foam is that I can always continue carving at a later time. Now behind that, you can see I have a Lionel Girder bridge on the back, and this valley or cut through the rocks will continue on that direction. Whether there will be a road or a river or what coming through this direction, I don't really know yet. But because of the shape and size of the layout and the fact that I didn't necessarily plan well for the upper levels, I'll show you how I'm doing the upper level. I've got 2-inch thick foam cut into strips, and it's supported by shaved and shaped down 1-inch thick foam against the wall. The goal is to make it seem a little seamless and kind of trick the eye with the depth so it looks like it's behind the outer loop. Whether or not that will succeed, I don't know, but a lot of it is not in direct view either. So it enables me to get this upper loop in without having 90% of the bottom loop under a tunnel. Step back, we have the corner mountain. I'm not exactly sure how this will proceed or what the final shape will be. Not too concerned with it at the moment. I have thought about bringing the mountain up into the corner and gradually bring it down, but that is something I'll worry about at a later time. So next is something I just worked on today. It's an 8-foot long viaduct to carry the upper loop from one end to the other end of the layout. I used a 1.5-inch thick foam board, and the shape cut into it is the same shape as the Lionel tunnel portals. I used the tunnel portal as a template. Made a template out of wood and then cut the foam to reflect that shape. So in this corner, I've had the Lionel tunnel portals sitting for quite a while, and I keep moving them back and forth, removing them, putting them back in, and not really deciding what I'm going to do with the space. So I decided that that track needed to go through a tunnel. So now I have this tunnel. The inner loop will go through. Like everything else so far, it's modular and obviously not finished. I wanted the tunnel in this corner to kind of break up the line of sight of the inner loop so that it wasn't always visible. And I've always liked short tunnels where the train can kind of pop in and out real quick. A lot of the trains I'll be running are a lot longer than that one, so you'll see it on both sides, which I think will add a little visual interest to it while it's running. As far as the modular nature of the things I'm building, this one actually happened by accident, but it actually works out really well, and I'm thinking I'm going to leave it like this. The whole front just kind of slides out. Now, a spot you don't see a lot is back in this corner. I'm going to try to get back here without tripping. The two main loops are in this tunnel for quite a while, so this whole back piece will just come off. There are a couple of screws and the whole thing just pulls out, and then I have access to all the track inside. So this is the space that I hope to get a big mountain and some more loops into. You can see I have some forced perspective little N-scale house here back in the corner. That guy's been sitting back there since I started the layout. So this is the other end of the tunnel on this side. Obviously needs some work. I haven't detailed this section back here, mainly because I've been trying to figure out where this upper loop was going to go. And what I think I've settled on is having it turn and then come straight over these other tracks and then turn to the left and go back towards the other end of the room. And that's against the back wall. Kind of see down the length of the viaduct and the back of the loops. So that's my layout and my mess as it currently stands. I just realized I forgot to show you a certain part. So let's go back all the way over to the left. And that's behind this mountain here. Now this spot just kind of happened by accident. I was not sure how I was going to get the upper loop to work, and I really didn't want to have a really long tunnel. I decided to just have it all open. It's kind of like a canyon, I guess. But it will enable me to build this section up into a hill, and it gives me plenty of place in the back for visual interest here and more tunnel portals. Also, this bridge here, I'm going to custom build a curved bridge. Not sure out of what or how, but I will figure that out at a later time. It's just one of the things you need to do when you don't necessarily take the time to plan it out on paper first. But this will also enable some interesting views and angles. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Dagryffyn Hobby.